So I'm working with a group of artists for the Queer Arts Festival this June to put on a show which is called Mixed, Blended, and Whole, kind of exploring identity, queerness, blended families, and all of those wonderful things. So it's been a handful actually trying to kind of write about all of those things. So what I've done is I transcribe bits from my journal of things that are coming up and ideas, and I'm going to share it with you. So it's sort of vignettes. They may feel connected, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm calling this High Horse and Glass House. I was born under highly private signs, ones with trapdoors and mazes, circuitous routes that will not lead me to found. I'm protecting my many parts from Giusteppo's march or cruel world's reliance on what the media says. The bullets that can find the way to heart, a fist's persistent need to be heard, words that leave me open-billed and sodomized. Criticisms without invitation are swords and blades. I have dispersed my many selves across a cosmic suburb to keep them safe. Can love be far-reaching? How wide is its embrace? Will it require me to scale back and be small? I'm a skyscraper and many lights are not on and the wind is wild in those empty rooms. A terrible haunting because nobody is home. Protected and bound, knock irrationally on the back of my heart. Not a woman in me knows how to respond. Stepping into the light, the afternoon is hotter than before and my heart is lighter than before. To know that she is suffering makes the pain feel evenly divided. My portion doesn't feel overwhelming. My share I can claim as my own. No fear that I will overindulge. No fear that I will starve, and so the love has a better chance of entering. She says to the therapist that she doesn't know if she can trust herself anymore. That she stared at all the red flags and ignored them. Took them for a parade of Caribbean flags down Eastern Parkway. She could only hear the music then. Her body pulled into the wave of whining and grinding bodies, a pride of nationalism and sovereignty all in one. What was the point of warning signals when she found the dream she's been dreaming of? And her tough exterior like denim or shark skin softened. She became silk and her tears could overflow make-believe teacups. And I felt that union people talk about where there is no separation between myself and other. I would be willing to risk my life so she doesn't have to take the fall. The giving human part of me started living again because for the moment I recognized the hurt I too carried. Have judged my actions in black and white and the lessons were lost on the bridge between the two. From her mouth that can turn sailor at any moment, she let the sun out. She let grass grow. She let the thirst be met with vulnerable words. I feel lost, and I don't know how to get myself back. All of a sudden, my aloneness found company, not in that misery kind of way, but like hands willing to ensure a safe crossing. If I could be saved, I would first want to know what I'm being saved from. The cold, from the stares of others who are interested in placing me. What do I know of the holes they tried to fill, the taste of their tongue after breakfast? If I'm to be saved, find first the women of my 17th year who sat in a circle waiting for the other, the you, the newcomer, to say why she came here. I'm not pretty sings. I'm not lovable sings. I'm poor and undeserving. It all rings, peeling back my defenses to a soft brass tongue. It feels like I'm wedded to a contempt that is impersonal and warlike. My blood aches, spill as blood dew from one moon to the next, one bed to the next, one body close enough to lick its iron. We are mouths, and holler is an invitation into our skins. It seems like no day has passed. Each day is here with me, and I'm waiting for time to trick me into believing that I have gotten away from each mistake, each moment that shows me a self I have no desire to accept. It's like I'm on the birthing table and laboring out a child who's blue in the face, unwilling to breathe, or told that they're missing a toe, a limb, a major organ, that their parts are too many, not enough, or not there at all. Or if they are born with everything in place looking perfect as those anatomy charts that slice red and blue and white meat, perfect as a human example, their personality will drive me to write a sad letter before a dramatic departure because I'm not strong or fearless or courageous enough to love a reproduction of where I went wrong. I was not raised to be a weak and emotional dress, strong in rational stripes. I eat the heart as whole as the mouth can take. This is how most women die. Female contempt strains the roof of their mouths, their hearts break like the glass the milk spilled. Sleep, give me sleep, is a chord of little consolation. I stared at the cross hanging from around your neck. I thought, swing and swing until the smell of trees was in my hair. In my eyes, the sun was warm. The clouds was a perfect cataract. I remember 6th grade after school in the park and the smell of sour powers and blow pops, sweet candy mouths and laughter that we are free from school, free from the books that tell us what to do, free to yell out whatever words came to mind. Remember the time we walked across the Brooklyn Bridge drinking wine from a bottle. You remember you took off your shirt in a night sky recently attacked, a sky that held towers, a sky that could not breathe with the grief of thousands. You were beautiful against all of that grief. Your body written in secret now exposed its thunder. We were the perfect union of fish and fish, woman, man, moon, and not the touched I hope you would be, gentle to the rough of your hands, firm to the soft of your questions, consistent and ongoing like the traffic beneath your window. How could the pillow muffle what was deep in us? There I was like nothing I ever was, a woman in the way that all was expected of me. I'm completely ignorant of the father whose feet my mother says I have. I have met my father's brother 3 times. To call him my uncle seems like a betrayal to my real uncle who lifted me from the crib and fed me fried chicken in the night. I don't believe I have space for more than one. This real uncle thinks I'm famous. That uncle who is my father's brother looks like my body, and I fear our familiar landscape will make me feel more connected. Leave me to believe there is no ocean between us. But the tides have turned our words into an unintelligible shore. Father, I don't know you, so I won't see you coming. And always when I look at your brother, it seems to be my most vulnerable hour. Abandonment is a complicated way to get acquainted with family. There often seems to be a quality of apology and shame in our meeting. Or maybe that is what I'm looking for. I'm sorry. A recognition that I am here, acknowledgement that you weren't, accountability for what you couldn't do, amends and amends. Without these things, I feel bankrupt. A penny, a solitary penny, jostling in my gut. Giddy up, I think you're my horse, strong and beautiful. The cigarette snipped at the butt, the other end a half-inch shorter, takes a pinch of tobacco for her health unlit. The charge of an old slave narrative haunts my breast. Too much brainwashing has shamed me. I do not see the beauty of the horse. Look here, this is me. You're lying. I love horses. I didn't say the Clydesdale. Most horses are wild and free. When I don't see myself shadow and sweating, I need to know my color, if she will succumb to cliches. If her eyes pan, then hold me like Eureka. You are the spotted one. She is those women with their hair out, uncombed and nappy. She is all the beauty of something left wild. I passed a field of fireflies and I had no jar, but she had hands and pockets and a mouth that could hold 20. And it was beautiful to watch her turn into a lantern. watch her belly alight, to watch her eyes turn to fire. But more than fire, she's that truth that can't be stomached, that gilds your intestines, that nugget between your breasts that brings you down, makes scales uneven, the fulcrum goes to lunch. She's something floral and planetary. Once she told me, holding thumb up to support the speaking, we have similar feet, and when I get tired of stomping, she will trade. She will even be without feet for a day. I cannot bargain with her, can't deny her, can't bring myself to wait too long for myself to catch up to her. Listen here, I say to her smile, listen here. She brings her mouth to my strong arm, and her kiss leaves these sturdy creature wings. She mimes like clouds on a cloudy day. Take the wings back to your birthplace. I wonder if they will hold up 3,000 miles back to Brooklyn, and I'm afraid my mother will not allow these tattered wings to reside in her womb. I could act out my dark ways with her, what I believe to be the undesirable aspects of who I am. There is a way in which I can compare myself and come up as better than. I cannot be neat or compartmentalized, all parts of me deserving air and touch and mingling. It is the simple thirst of anything caged, to know itself and its reach outside of confinement. It embarrassed me to say that she is the key. I had to cheat myself out of one relationship to get to her, to be with her. I feel as if I haven't won her fairly. Maybe this is what you felt too, Father, when you betrayed your wife to be with my mother. You could not have us without the pain of your deceit. Love happens and learns to suffocate under these conditions, and it happens like a secret even to yourself. If there was dust, my eyes could not see in this night. Her face inhaling the exhaust of his car driving down East 15th to a set of lights that will hold him in red, hugged by a tree-lined street that will not judge him for leaving her in the road. Her body she lifts and drags to the curb. Down and out, she looks at the sky like someone will come and take her back to the moment when this was just a fear lurking in the back of her throat. Tonight, she has proven herself right. And what does it mean to be right in this case? When I ask her if she is okay, first, she has to clear the brake lights from her eyes, the grief from her face. I am a stranger who has witnessed the little girl part of herself, deprived and feeling unlovable. If I was to tell her that we are the same, would she believe this look of concern on my face? Will she take this needle and thread I carry in my pocket and start stitching the wound she thought healed? Will she look for the glass buried deep in muscle and memory and hold it to my face like a note and tell me, this is what I've been looking for? Second, she must find her humanity to come back into. She, in perfect puppet fashion, looks me square in the eyes like chopped down wood and says, I'm okay. I'm hesitant to leave because I know this is a lie. This final frontier of words you say because you can't name where you are and you need to be left alone to figure it out. And I leave her there. And the neighbors are taking trash to the curb. And the homeless woman with oversized shoes will seize the redeemables before the truck comes. Thank you.